Some people feel sometimes that movies and games and TV shows often have a review score from critics that does not match at all what they experienced when they watched it, and perhaps the audience score is more in line with what they believe it should be. Today, we'll take you behind the curtain a bit and show you that perhaps, maybe, perchance, some of these review outlets are reviewing more than once with a little-known trick that gets them more power and influence, and maybe, wink wink, nudge nudge, some help with the corporations they cover. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so happy to say welcome back to the Pro Channel, where we are coming to you from somewhere sunny USA. The studio is shining just like the sun above us, and we are happy to be streaming this beautiful information out to you, which is, well, there may be something going on in entertainment. We may have figured out one way in which some of these corporations are gaming the system by which those aggregate scores look really good for products that might not be. Today we'll talk about it, how it is affecting consumer purchases and all of that. We've got a panel that we think you'll love. We'll bring them on right now. So folks, let's get straight to it, and that is Star Wars Outlaws, the post-launch PR push to keep it from becoming a Concord anew is underway. This out of Masha Winter at Mo Wanders over on X. It is fascinating how mad it makes some people that many of us are playing and enjoying Star Wars Outlaws. Anyway, here are more pretty pictures. I bring this up because there are many accounts now.
Mad if people are enjoying it.
Yeah, is anybody mad about that?
No.
Well, no, there are zero
I'm
people
always
mad.
happy for people to, for what they're enjoying.
If they can find a beauty in something, that's awesome. But that doesn't mean I'm going to find it beautiful as well.
Well, but fall not for this, because I don't think it's actually an organic kind of thing. I have seen so many accounts posting this same sort of commentary where they claim that people are angry about the beautiful stuff. If we go down here, you can see posting more pictures about this. You've got the picture of the lady, which we'll scroll through. But then nobody is happy. Here's a great example.
Oh.
This is the ugly. This is out of Mischief's YouTube. This is the ugly and woke Star Wars Outlaws protagonist I'm meant to be outraged by. There is a push with the shills right now to get you to not see this sort of thing right here, which is that the game severely struggles in all sorts of areas. But they take these images of vast vistas and present...
Technical mess, yeah.
Yes, it's a technical mess. But it's not just, I think, an inorganic effort on X and other platforms to try to make it look like people are having a great time. And those who, find faults in the game are simply haters and critics that are rage bait clickbaiting the rage. It's also coming from, I think, some official sources. And I want to show you this. Take a look at this. This is out of Learning the Law at Manga Lawyer. The only reason Star Wars Outlaws doesn't drop below a 7 on Metacritic, Metascore, is because IGN essentially released 400 reviews, that's facetious, by the way, that count toward the system's score. How is that even legal, LMAO? Now, IGN does not have 400 different reviews.
Yeah.
But, nevertheless, something has been pointed out here that I think is worthy of discussion, and that is that, yes, IGN does often have many different review scores going in for many different properties. And if you have, in this case, something like 70 reviews and 5 or more of them are coming from one source, just different languages, then you can see how that would alter the meta score. Okay, Spencer, let's get Kara first, and then I want to get Kara short on time. And then Spencer, you feel free to critique on this, because I know it is, what would you say, exasperating the problem perhaps more than what it really is. Okay.
Yeah.
Go to Carrie. Your thoughts.
Oh, I do. I don't know. I go to Spence. Sorry. I honestly haven't been paying a whole lot of attention to the Star Wars Outlaws stuff. I haven't been paying attention to the reviews. I have a couple of people that I've watched play here and there, and that's the extent of my knowledge about the game right now.
Okay, so let's go to Spencer. Spencer, all right. 77 critic reviews according to Metacritic. 5 of them are IGN, and there's some concern that companies like IGN get their orders Okay, we're not saying that IGN does, but there's some concern that perhaps they are in bed with the corporations. And
Possibly.
if some of these companies, and by the way, I also saw that GameSpot has multiple languages doing this as well. I think GameSpot Europe has their own account and everything. So what do you make of the idea that some of these companies out there have a bigger voice in moving the needle than a single independent reviewer?
I don't really put any stock in this. I've seen this sort of discussion going around my feed for the last couple of days. Here's my problem is that, yes, these are all coming from IGN outlets. And yes, there is a discussion to be had about how many marching orders come down from whomever, right? But at the end of the day, these are all sort of satellite things. They're not linked to IGN. So what you're looking at here are individual reviewers. Yes, they're under the IGN banner, and then that gets their review put on Metacritic, OpenCritic, what have you, but they're still individual reviewers. To me, it would be the equivalent of if TGP, if like me and Marvin and Culture Casino all went out and reviewed a game, let's say we all reviewed Black Myth Wukong and we went, oh, we all liked it. I wouldn't put any stock in somebody coming to us and going, oh, look, these are all TGP outfits. They all have the same agenda. They're all trying to push something. I would go, we all have a general we're all on the same sort of level. We like these games, but we all are coming from this in an individual spot. To me, I don't really buy anything in that, oh, IGN is here and we're putting way more over there, because at the end of the day, one bad review can be knocked out by another good review, or a bad review, good review. I don't really put a lot of stock in this at all.
So let me,
I
agree with you, but let me push back the slightest bit here.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to the pushback. We'll get to the pushback. First, we need to say goodbye to Kara so that she can be on her way and do all the amazing things that she does. But before you get to leave, Kara, would you share out there with the folks a little bit about Rippaverse, as well as where they can find just you on this great, big, beautiful web?
Oh, so I am the customer service person at Rippaverse. If you guys have any issues with orders, I'm the person who handles that for you. We do have a release coming up soon, so keep an eye on Rippaverse socials. And for me, I'm only like 50 followers away on my YouTube from 5K, and I'll be doing a crowd control playthrough of Skyrim, which means chat gets to control the mods. So that means that you can
animate girls everywhere.
You can control the shouts. You control the infinite the infinite spawning of Cicero. You control the farting of cheese. It's gonna be interesting. So whenever I hit that's what we're gonna be doing. And just want to say thank you guys for having me on. I do try to come on here as much as I can, but I do work during this time, so it's a little bit difficult for me to be able to set the time.
You know, that success thing just gets in your way. Darn it, that success, all that fun and rising up. So Kara, until the next time we see you, we thank you for having stopped by, and Fus Roda when you hit 5K.
Nice. Thank you guys. I'll talk to you guys later.
See you, Kara.
Later.
Have a wonderful day.
See you, Kara.
Bye.
All right, Jonas, it's time for your official pushback.
Oh, well,
we need graphics. Pew, pew, pew.
Get out the board.
Okay, so let's say that if TGP were a more standard outlet here, if we were the big one, and they said, here are 10 review copies and also all of the merch that comes in marketing this game. And we know that a lot of people got a lot of merch, and I mean ridiculous levels of merch, like taken out to Galaxy's Edge, given free like the full lightsaber experience at Galaxy's Edge. I'm not saying that the guy at IGN Italia, wow, that could be mispronounced. Let's say IGN Portugal, that they flew that guy all the way from Portugal to come out to Disneyland.
Hold on. Back there, they might have, because they were flying out influencers from like Germany. Mm-hmm. So who freaking knows how far they went?
So what we're saying is, the farther away you were, the better this seems. You got a grand trip over to California.
Or let's just say that somebody from the top there, somebody from IGN Corporate said, all right, I want to know what all of your review scores are before you submit them. Like if you're going to bribe somebody, bribe the guy at the top here. And before these all go out, I want to know what you're going to say and have your parameters here. Like, we know that Nintendo Power, when that was back in its heyday, they never rated anything less than 3 stars if it was on a Nintendo system, right? So obviously IGN, not the exact same situation, but I have a feeling that it's easier when they've all got the same branding on it. I think there's probably, they're more apt to be able to control. But I do see your point here to say, well, they have their individual review scores and they provided their individual review scores.
Right.
But
and I'm not saying they're completely like unfettered by somebody up there. I still believe that is definitely in play. But to me, I don't see this as sort of this big insidious conspiracy to bump up the game sales, because this is sort of a tangent, but I haven't really had a place to talk about this since I've been gone. But over the past few weeks, we've been seeing a lot of discourse around Outlaws review scores or around Wukong review scores. And I kind of, it's, oh, look at what they rated this game. Oh, they didn't rate the game high enough. Oh, this place rated it. Who cares, guys? Did we not write off like 5 years ago that these outlets don't matter? That these are not the people we're going to for any of this information? Everybody knows that. I'm so baffled that just because it is something you guys like, or like our collective sphere doesn't like or does like, now we're going back to review scores as the tell-all be-all of a game's quality. When it's like, we literally just, we are all here because we realized that games journalists were dumb. That was just my little rant. That was sort of like a side thing.
No, I think it's a fair point. And I think with a game like this, where we're all more cognizant of the quality of the game isn't there. It could be, and I don't think that it really is. It could be that this game is supposed to appeal to people who don't play games on a regular basis.
I thought you were saying, because you were like, the quality could be there. It could be, and I was like, Jonas, you don't have
the quality could be there. Like I made the joke about how they could have made this game in Roblox. I do think if they just literally put this game in Roblox, it would sell better and probably be longer lasting. But it
would probably be a lot more fun.
Star Wars Outlaws already discounted. Take a look at this. It's out of Windows Central. Star Wars Outlaws is already on sale for PC and Xbox. Grab this adventure at a scoundrel's low price. This is by Rebecca Spear. The game isn't on Steam, but you can purchase the standard gold and ultimate editions on sale with these discounts. It goes on to talk about the PC versions, and take a look at this. When it comes to PC versions, the standard edition, which usually sells for $69.99, is now $54.89. That's not a insignificant discount. The $109 gold edition is down to $87, and the $130 Schmackrels Ultimate Edition is down to just $100. So that is 1/6 of the price, already cut down in the same week that the game launched, which I think points to a very weak launch period. So that is where Star Wars Outlaws is. I don't think if the game was doing well that they would be discounting it already, trying to get people to buy it. By the way, why do you think it's not discounted on PlayStation 5? Well, probably because they already hosed the PlayStation 5 early accessors who spent so much money and then had their games wiped out by incompetence. So pragmatically, whatever the defenders might say, they're already giving it to you on sale in the same week that it sailed out onto the marketplace.
Is this kind of like when the craft stores and the other store, like Hobby Lobby and stuff like that, when they put the Christmas stuff out in August and mark it already on sale when really it's not? You think that's just kind of that's just the price, and they're like,
it could be, except that it is only aimed on 2 platforms. So there are multiple platforms. Only 2 of the platforms are receiving that. And that makes me think that they're actually pricing it dynamically to adjust for lack of demand on those platforms. I would compare this, perhaps, although we could be wrong about it. They may have baked this in from the beginning, but I sort of compare this to going to Hobby Lobby, and maybe they were supposed to release a new line of yarn, wool, what have you, and the fabric is chartreuse and no one wants baby puke green. So on sale it goes. But I could be wrong. Panel, any final thoughts on this one?
I'm glad that I only paid the $20 for Ubisoft Plus at this point, because I have zero interest in actually playing this game unless the audience really wants to see me continue trudging through. Spencer, you're not the audience.
Wow, way to discount
Stop Asian hate, all right? Stop Asian
Maybe
hate.
That was me just hoping that I wouldn't have to play it again.
The title sounds cool, that's for sure. Star Wars Outlaws. But although at the same time it just kind of
everything from that.
Yeah.
For everything I've seen, it's more like Star Wars Outhouse. But Sorry. But yeah, no, I think nothing says we have confidence in our product than immediately putting it on sale. When you could easily be making $70 a pop off of it if it were any normal game that worked the way it's supposed to work.
And folks, we are at the end yet again. I know you want more. But don't worry, folks, more content is on the way 3 times a day right here on the Pro Channel. And of course, we've got our partner channels out there. That Park Place, That Game Place. We've got That Pod Place and Vacation Radio. And more channels one day on the way, perhaps. I don't know. You may all have just got enough of us. We hope not. Folks, we never get enough of you. We hope you're doing very well. And remember, if one of these days you come across a time that's difficult and hard, keep your chin up. Do the best you can. Push forward. We are rooting for you. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.